What up, my peeps? Big Ruck coming at you with another action figure review, and we're not going to even waste time. Stand on the ceremony. You see what it is. We're talking about the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series, Hasbro Pulse exclusive, Serpentor, and his air Chariot. Yes, indeed. You see the packaging right there. So we're going to just get into it. This was revealed at this past summer's San Diego Comic-Con, and then it was put in the display downstairs in their booth after it was revealed at their panel, which I attended. And let me say that in both instances, at the reveal and then downstairs when put in the display, people went absolutely insane, and it still was kind of surreal. You saw it in person, but it was behind a case, so you couldn't really get to it, but it still looked highly impressive. And from what I've been seeing and hearing, it's very much so. We're going to see how impressive it is for us here. So let's just get it going on. We've got the you see the beautiful artwork right there with Serpentor, and then below that you've got the logo G.I. Joe Classified Series, Serpentor and the Air Chariot. You see behind you've got a DNA strand in the form of a cobra. Turning to our sides, we've got, as you can see here, it's number 57, and that's the iconography of Serpentor's specialties. It's repeated on the opposite side. The top of the packaging has got Cobra logos. The bottom, you know what it is, usual that legalese. Turning it around to the back, we have some more beautiful artwork in the tradition of Classified, where they show different scenes. And you see here all Serpentor looking cool up there when he was seated upon Lincoln, the Lincoln statue. And on our right side, you see Serpentor cauterizing his wound. That came from, I believe that was issue 49 of G.I. Joe, when it was part of the Marvel Comics lineup. Our lower left, you see Serpentor basically throttling Cobra Commander. He and CC have never been on the best of terms. On the far right, you see everybody. You got Destro and Baroness there, were loyal to Serpentor, and then a bunch of infantry down below with Serpentor above in his air chariot, and they're possibly going up against G.I. Joe. And then, of course, the lower center, you've got Serpentor with Cobra jets launching an attack on, the world. We'll go with that. And you see the flames and the smoke in the background. So very excellent artwork there. Turning back to the front, this is a sleeve as part of the packaging. I've already taken the liberty of cutting the tape, and trust and believe there's lots of tape. I'm sure most of you already know, because I'm technically late to the party, not with receiving my Serpentor, just with the review. That's because when Serpentor went out for shipping to everyone, I was on vacation, so I was not on board for the first round of reviews that came out fast and furious a week, 2 weeks ago from the date of this recording. But I'm here now, and one thing I did learn from watching those reviews is where to cut the tape at so as to not damage this beautiful packaging. And I've already taken the liberty of removing the tape from the sleeve, so I'm going to take that sleeve off now. And as you can see, the aforementioned DNA strand looking like combined with the Cobra logo, the Cobra emblem. And then now we've got the bookshelf kind of packaging style. So we're now opened up, and let's see if I can get all of this in the shot there. I'm going to have to zoom out a little bit. So, well, I can't even zoom out. That's as far as I can go. This is a big, very big, wide packaging right there. So, as you can see, though, it looks absolutely beautiful. You've got Serpentor in his glory. He's a big boy. This is a big figure. I can already tell. Of course, I've already seen it, but I can see for myself now. This is, without a doubt, the biggest, the largest figure in the classified line. Bigger than Gung Ho, bigger than Roadblock. This is highly impressive. That artwork showing the air chariot looks like it's being fueled up, serviced, whatever. To our right, Serpentor's left, and if you look at the packaging, you see where Serpentor is. It's almost as he's in some kind of stasis chamber. If you look at the artwork surrounding his portal there, that's what it kind of looks like. I'm going to move this to show one of the sides there so we can see what's going on, and I'll zoom in some, and you can see some of Serpentor's accessories in there. Looks pretty nice there. He's got a sword, he's got his serpent staff, and he's got his we'll call it his throwing snake. Anybody that saw the movie knows what happened when he threw that particular snake. So I'll back on out, and I'll move to our opposite side here so we could see what's going on this side. Let's see if I can get it to stay. There we go. That's good enough. Zoom in so we can see it. And there we have more accessories. We have another Cobra hood. We have, it looks like an extendable blade for a wrist blade, and then down there below, that would be the helmet, changing helmet. So that's what we have there. Zoom back on out, and face front again. So that's what we got. When next we come back, Serpentor will be out of his packaging. I already know how to remove him. I've seen enough videos showing both people who went on and destroyed their packaging and those that figured it out on how to get him out without ripping up anything. So I choose to do the latter, but I will do that off camera. So see you in a bit. And now that we have finally gotten Serpentor out of his packaging, and I do mean finally, a lot of things you have to go through to get him out. That's why I opted to do all of that off camera, because that would have just been unnecessary. And also there were enough videos that showed how to remove Serpentor, the air chariot, and the accessories out. So there was no need to put you guys through all of that. So here we are, and at first glance, as I stated previously, this is a big boy. This is a big boy, definitely imposing, as I think he should be. You know, they have him listed, if you will, at 5'11", but he is usually drawn much taller and way bigger, more massive than that, and I think it should be. I mean, the way how his personality is, very imposing personality. I think this right here is the quintessential Serpentor, how he should be appearing when he's with his troops and all of the people that are loyal to him. In other words, Cobra. And yeah, he looks great. Got the soft goods cape and everything. So he's looking great. And we're going to get him off of the base and get a closer look at him. But before we do that, I'm going to, of course, go over those aforementioned accessories. And while I'm getting him off the platter and gathering up those accessories, I need you guys to go below and hit that like button. That's right, nothing's changed. Hit that like button. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button as well. Help support the channel. We are moving slowly, but we're still moving. We're creeping up there. I'm still holding out hope that the channel will one day blow up. I guess we'll see, but I need you guys for that. So while you guys do that, I'm going to, as I said, go through Serpentor's accessories. Serpentor comes with this staff. You guys all saw everything in the packaging when I opened the box up, so you already kind of sort of know what's going on. Letting you see some of the detail on the staff up close. See, it's definitely, you know, in the shape of a cobra. The cobra even has fangs. It's pretty cool. Some nice detail there. It's just painted, or rather it's just molded in this color plastic here, but you do have the detail. It would have been nice to have some line work done so you can see the you know, how the cobra's hood stands out, and the rings are on the top of the staff. And going down, you just have right there at the other end, there is some paint. So we do get some red paint there, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, Serpentor's staff. Next up, showing off Serpentor's sword, molded in that same colored plastic that the staff is, but it's the blade is painted silver, nicely painted there. And as you can see, you've got the some nice detail with the sword. Looking at the hilt, you've got that cobra style right there, and you've got the red the paint on the hilt. You see you've got the line work. It would have been nice if there was some paint on that too, but alas, it was not to be. We've got the snake spear, his throwing snake, and you see it's all stretched out, straightened out, and this was used in the G.I. Joe movie to well, it basically took out Duke. It got retconned or revisited and redone, so that Duke was just you know, in a coma from it. But originally he was deleted. Give you an idea what it looks like up close. Definitely got the you know, the fangs, the look of a snake, just straightened out. This was likened to when in the original Conan movie, Thulsa Doom did the same thing. He stretched out a snake and used it like an arrow. Next up, we have this wrist attachment. This is an additional wrist attachment with the claws extended. He's already, meaning Serpentor, he's already have the retracted version of his blade on his person. It didn't come out of box that way. That was in the one of the accessory packs, and I attached it on him, and he's wearing it now while he's getting dizzy. But yeah, that's all this is. It's an extension. It's molded in a gray plastic. The blades are painted silver, so pretty nice. Serpentor comes with an additional hood. This hood is so he'll be able to move his head, rotate his head, because the hood that he comes out of package with, his head is more or less affixed, as it's the helmet portion, the cobra portion of the helmet, and the hood are all one piece. So this is a separate piece, so that way Serpentor will be able to freely move his head, and he'll be able to do so because we also get this. This is separate from the hood, and you just put that on his head. You see this port here, so it depresses on top of Serpentor's head, and that's how you'll get him. He'll still look like he's wearing his crown, but you'll be able to move his head around. And looking at the helmet up close, you can see the fangs are painted silver. The eyes, they're painted black, so that's pretty cool. So definitely nice, and will be, like I said, you use this if you want to be able to show some more expression with your Serpentor. And as the last accessory, Serpentor also comes with a coiled cobra, and as you can see, pretty nice there. It's got some decent size there. It's not, it'd be nice if it was bendy wired, but it isn't. So it's just static, but it still makes for a nice effect there. Looking at it, you see it's got some nice paint apps there. The mouth red, the eyes painted black, and then you see the underbelly. It's molded in a brown, as you can see, but we've got the underbelly painted in a tan, and they actually work that all the way through. So now we've got Serpentor off the base. It's time to check this big boy out. So just starting right there at the top there, he's got that helmet, as I stated, his crown, if you will, and just like the accessory, the eyes painted black, and you can see that the fangs are indeed painted silver. Mine seems to be kind of off center, and I'll have to see what's up with that. But other than that, he still looks pretty nice. Getting a closer look at that face, you can see how nicely this is done. This new technology that they use to make the face prints is absolutely spectacular. He looks great. He got the grim. It would have been nice if we had gotten another face sculpt, you know, and where like he's yelling or gritting his teeth or something like that. It would have definitely been right along the lines with his personality, because he's always yelling. As for the rest of them, you see he's molded in kind of a I want to we could tell that the torso part here, this is gold, but this is painted. He's actually molded in whatever this color is, and it's got nice texture to it, as you can see. That's definitely translating well on screen, so you can see that all around the shoulders, clavicle area, and everything, both sides. And as I stated, his torso is painted gold. You see the snakes on his shoulders there, painted green, and the eyes painted black, and of course the mouths are painted red. So that's pretty cool. Going down, right down his torso, more of that gold. His belt, which is part of his lower. Is it? Yeah, it's part of his lower half there, and it's green, and you see that the snake itself, black eyes, and got the mouth painted, so that's pretty cool. I still don't want to believe that that's part, but yeah, it is. It's either part of it or it's glued to the lower half, one or the other. Then going down, the legs are molded in that same color, and you've got his thigh shields green, the knee pads green, and then he's got snake wrap around his boots painted, the fronts of the boots, the shin guards, painted that gold, and on the rear you've got the same thing there, pretty nice. The boots, the shoe part of the boot is molded in that same color and painted. I looked again, because when you look at it, is it me or does it almost look like his feet are on backwards? But anyhow, the top of the feet are green, but it's molded in that gold. He's got holes at the bottom of the feet. Looking at that right arm, there's that attachment I told you about, molded in gray, and of course the blades themselves, which are retracted, are painted in silver. And he's got nothing going on the other side. Of course, when you get to the forearms, that's green, and the arm, the hands, the gloves, they're fingerless gloves, or at least they look like they are. They're really fingered gloves. They're green, and the fingers themselves are gold on both sides there. And then, of course, Pièce de Résistance, we have a soft goods cape. And on the outside of the cape, you see the nice texture there, the line work, and the inside you can see through to the texture, but you got nothing. It would have been nice if there was bendy wire down there. Some guys have managed to get outside sources to bend wire-ize their cape, and I may look into doing that myself. so that way you can get more dramatic with your poses. So that would be cool. In terms of articulation, and yes, we will go through articulation on this guy. As I stated, this is the helmet that came out of packaging, so you're not going to get any type of movement. You could get movement technically. I'm going to go back here and let's see, I've got to work his soft goods off just a bit so you guys can see what I'm talking about. If you can look in there, hold on, you can look in there, that whole hooded attachment clicks in. You see right there that port, and this is the reason why you can't move his head independent of the rest of him, because of that. But I may also just leave this off because I'm going to put the other one on so we can see his head articulation. Without it, you see, you could you get the full range. Tilt. It's on a dumbbell, so you've got that, and I do believe, yes, you also have neck articulation. That neck is on a dumbbell as well, so you can look down that far, look up that far, and then get more with that neck. So that's cool. You get some nice attitude pivot there. As far as the arms are concerned, you can raise them up almost 90. He's got butterfly joints in there. He's got a bicep swivel, double jointed, pretty tight, double jointed elbows. Oh boy. And I did soften them up earlier, but they're pinless elbows. You know, I'm not going to try to jack up my Serpentor. Swiveling wrists with the horizontal hinge. He's got trigger fingers. I don't know why. It comes with no guns. And, you know, as far as his torso, he's got a diaphragm that's on a ball hinge. He can go forward that far, not really that much, but he can do a little bit. Go back that much. You can go left and right, side to side, and swivel, rotation. Then he has another ball hinge down there at the waist, so you can combine that to get a little bit more going over and going back. As far as the legs, this is a G.I. Joe production, so you know he can get those splits. Van Damme it for real, big as he is. He's got the drop downs, as you can see right there. Push them back up. He can do 90 without the drop down. Go back. He's got the thigh cut, double jointed, pinless knees. This is also another tight one, but I got it right there. He's a big boy, and his boot is going to bump in, so you're not going to get full range that way. He's got a boot cuff, and he can point his toe that far forward, not so far up. He does have ankle pivot, and of course, you know what time it is, holes, peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Here he is with his hood attachment and separate crown, and as stated, when you do that, he can move his head independent, so you can definitely get some expression and still have the hood on. So that's pretty good right there. Here he is with his blade, his claws retracted, and here he is with them extended. So pretty nice effect there. Here's Serpentor with his staff and wielding his blade, ready to dice and slice somebody up. Here he is getting set to hurtle his snake arrow or spear or whatever you want to call it. And now for the second half, and that's indeed what this is, because this is not an accessory after all. Its name is on the box, right? The name is on the packaging. It reads Serpentor and Air Chariot. So there you have it. Looking really nice there. Of course, you see I've got it all already assembled. It comes with instructions, not that you really need them, but they are there. So pretty simple, no biggie. And looks pretty good. Already comes with the decals on. You see the caution gun reactor, a couple numbers, the snake emblems. It's looking pretty good. We'll take it off the stand and get a closer look at the Air Chariot. Looking at it right from the front, you can see it's molded in like a mustard yellow color. There's some paint apps right there down the coils of the snake portion of the Chariot. You've got the eyes painted nice and black, and you've got silver there, and there's some gold painting on both sides of the Cobra hood there. So pretty nice. You have as we rotate it, or before we do that, you see the grills there. They've got their behind the grills is you've got they're black back there. And go to the side. You can see the guns molded in a black, and then of course the magazines. They're in a standard plastic gray color. You've got the decals there: caution, gun reactor. And I'll tilt it so you can see some more of what's going on there. You see this down there, so you've got that. More of the grill work over here. More decals. You got the Cobra logo, and you've got these attachments. These are separate. You have to stick those in. Molded in black, and we turn. And now we look at this straight on and try to get a little bit closer so you can see what's going on there. At the in there you've got the you've got your board there. You've got odometers and all kinds of other things going on there. You actually have a turbine down below that actually spins, that actually rotates. So yeah, sticking a bit further back, you've got an odometer or something up there on the handlebars, and then of course rinse repeat on the other side there. So pretty cool. Underneath you have legs that you could retract, and yeah, as you can see, you can retract them and then get this right there and get it in a like a gliding pose if you so chose. So yeah, and let's see what else. There's one thing. Oh yes, the mouth, if I can get it open, articulates, and the mouth articulates, and let's go close up in this. So yeah, so as you can see, the mouth opens and closes. Turn it to the side so you can get a better look. There's a see if I can go down there. There's a I don't know if you could see it, kind of hard, but there's a pair of guns in the snake's mouth, and it makes sense that it would be a pair because it emulates a forked tongue. So yeah, that's definitely a pretty nice touch there. And now here we have both the Chariot and Serpentor himself upon it together, and there's the set. Definitely looks good. I tell you, boy, this will be the centerpiece of anyone's classified series display for sure. It is just great there. I would normally do some type of size comparisons, but I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to save it, and you guys will understand what I mean by that. Trust and believe, size comparisons with Serpentor, they are coming. So yeah, I want you to just bask in this glory right here, because this is straight awesome. Well worth the wait from the time that we pre-ordered this till now. Definitely had to wait a minute or two, about about 2 months, 2.5 months, something like that. Anyway, it was well worth the wait, and here we are. We've got our Serpentor, and it's looking very, very nice. I'm very elated, very happy. I'm going to end the review there. Like I said, we'll get to comparisons a little bit later. You won't have to wait too long for that. Trust and believe, there's a method to my madness. Anyhow, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. So please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to be notified when I upload another video, hit that bell while you're down there. This I command. On behalf of Serpentor, Cobra, I am the Ruckus, and I'll leave you with this. Remember, the hunt continues, and I'm out. Peace.